Hey guys, today we're going to do the fluorescent resin art or fluid art again. And this time we're using the Alumilite Slow. We've got a primed plywood board here. There's 2 coats of primer on it. And we're going to go ahead and see if the primed board doesn't have the issues that we saw in the previous ones. And I'll go ahead and start pouring the resin. I got my black mixed up, and just to show you again, this is the Alumilite slow urethane resin. Save just a little bit, cover any spots that I need to later. And I'm just going to push it around with the heat gun. Okay, I'm going to cover that up and leave it for a few hours to harden. Hey guys, so we're back, and again, the Alumilite has a textured effect to it. So we're going to turn this into a bit of an experiment instead, and where the texture won't really matter. I think we're going to do something. Well, we're going to do quite a few different experiments with different additives and pigments and stuff like that. And we'll try to make something that looks kind of maybe cosmic. All right. So let me get this out of the way, and I'll start mixing. I'll show you the stuff we're going to add in so you can kind of see what happens. Also, on top of that sort of textured thing, we're going to use the Art and Glow resin instead. So just kind of a quick overview of what we're going to be using. We're going to use the Alumilite orange, yellow, and maybe some black. We're going to use a couple of, glitters. And then these are all things that you can find like on eBay or in cosmetics or crafts. But they're different, sort of glitter things, balls, flakes, and then different sized glitters. And then we've got 3 different mica powders. And we're going to mix up quite a bit of resin, so I'll use this large cup. And this 3D printed sort of drill mixer, that'll be up on my website. The link will be in the description. But the first model was more like this. And that broke a few times right here. So I made the base much thicker, and then, of course, I had to make the whole mixer thicker. So the print files will be up on my website also. I'll print them out for you if you want to. So we got quite a bit of room for experimentation here. All right, this first one is going to be the largest amount. We're going to kind of use that for the base. We're going to put a lot of like white type things in it. A couple of these silver balls. Okay, so we're ready to start pouring this stuff on. All right. So we might have a little bit too much going on, but honestly, that's okay. This is just an experiment anyway. Okay, let's cover that up and give it some time. All right, guys, so I decided to do another cosmic themed one on another one of these failed Alumilite boards. So I'm going to take some of the aspects from the last one that I liked and do a couple of additions, and I'll show you that here in a second. So I'm going to do the same base as before with the 4 different additives. I also got another white mica powder here. And I'm going to see what happens if I do this, what is this called? Jacquard Pinata colors. I got magenta and Baja blue. So I'm going to go ahead and mix up some resin, and then we'll get to pouring and see what happens. Okay. So we're going to try to make something that looks like a universe, I think. And this will kind of be the base coat. Okay, that was way too much of the mica powder, so trying to spread it around now, and I got some extra, stuff here, so kind of get it to push out the mica powder a little bit. So not exactly the look I was going for, but we'll go ahead and hit it with some alcohol, cover it up, and kind of see what happens. All right, so after giving it some time, I realized that my magenta and Baja blue didn't really show up at all. So I mixed some of the magenta with Alumilite red. We'll try to get this on there pretty thin. And I've got just a little bit of clear, so I'm going to try to use that to thin it out a little bit more. Okay. And this is Alumilite blue with the Baja blue. And this is really deep colored, so I'll try to use it very sparingly. And I've also got Alumilite violet, which is very dark. Use that sparingly as well. Well, that violet was a little much, so I might mix up a little bit more clear. So I'm going to try to use the clear to push off some of that violet. Okay, I'm going to thin out my red a little bit and put a little bit more red in there. Well, that definitely has some more color to it. So, I don't know. Spray a little more alcohol. Just to help with any bubbles. So I think we'll cover that up and give it a little bit of time. Okay guys, this is the final result of the cosmic designs we try to create here. This one doesn't look as cosmic with the sort of sun feature. It didn't quite come out like a sun, but it did kind of come out like fire. And I'll take a picture kind of without the lighting effect so you can see it a little bit better. Anyway, so the second one come out a little bit more like I intended. I think that one looks pretty cool. But that's about it for this video, guys. I appreciate you watching. If you want to support my channel, please hit the like and subscribe button. Have a good one.